Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today we're going to talk about Chanel, but we're also going to talk about cheaters. Husbands who are cheating on their wives, maybe wives cheating on their husbands at Chanel. How's that even possible? How can you connect the dots like that? Let me look into my Chanel Magic Snow Globe ball, crystal ball on the, wall. Who's the biggest cheater of them all? Well, let's get to it. First, subscribe to my channel. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today and gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. superdacob all spelled together there as well for extra perks. Thank you to my members and patrons who already pledged. This video is being filmed live during one of the exclusive pre-shows, which are only available for Tier 2 members and patrons, sometimes also to Tier 1. So if you are a member or a patron, you get exclusive access. And you get to see these videos being filmed before they hit the actual YouTube later on. So I have my wonderful live co-chatters, members and patrons. Let me cue you guys in. Hi everybody, how's everybody doing? I am, as I'm filming, it's the holiday season, so I am, tinseled up, and we're going to talk about Chanel. Now, this is really interesting. There's a TikToker lady called Shannon Hill News. I shall post a link to the lovely lady down below. Be sure to follow her on TikTok. She made a really, really interesting TikTok video. She allegedly, okay, everything I say in this video is alleged. Nothing is rooted in truths or facts. Everything's just my opinion. Everything's alleged. So she allegedly made a TikTok about work. She allegedly worked at Chanel. And she collected information while she was working at Chanel, honey. You best believe, honey. So she said, we could see who was cheating on who. Interesting. Like, what's the system? So apparently, she says, there was this way, like really soon, you could figure out if the husband is cheating on the wife. And how do they figure that out? Well, it all depends on, what the husband buys. Usually happens around the holiday season or St. Valentine's Day. But let's say, since we are in the holiday season right now, right around Christmas, for whoever celebrates Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you're celebrating, or even if you're not celebrating, this is the time where you're forced to buy gifts. It's just how capitalism works. They brainwash you to think, oh my God, it's the occasion to buy a gift. All right, so now, she said that it's kind of strange that some men, they come in, they have the little wedding ring on. Now, this is not a wedding. I'm married to Coco. So this is my Coco ring, but you know what I mean? And they would like come in and you could see that they're, and they're dressed serious and they're like coming in and then they buy a perfume and they're like, Gloria says, oh, what? The mistress receives versus the wife. I'm intrigued. Escándalo, Gloria, escándalo. And let me tell you, this is exactly the interesting point because I also thought to myself, how are they because my mind went straight to all of those TV shows that I've watched in the past, movies that I've watched in the past that touch base on cheating husbands, cheating wives, whatever, mostly cheating husbands. And it's always about like all these conversations in these TV shows and movies or books go in the direction of, so he cheated on his wife. So he felt really guilty. So he bought her a really expensive diamond ring, right? While the mistress, got a night in the hotel, dinner paid, all expenses paid, and they went shopping together. She got some floozy dress or something as a gift. So my mind went directly there. And I thought, oh, okay. So this is probably going to be like something like that, like a list of things. Like I was keeping track of what this guy was buying. Oh, somebody just subscribed. Thank you. Like it's what this guy was buying. And I noticed that like he was buying a smaller size of the more skimpy, sexy clothes and a bigger size. Or I don't know. Oh, he was buying like Chanel haute joaillerie, like jewelry, as opposed to a bag. I don't know. This is where my mind went. But no, you guys, it's much simpler. In fact, why am I surprised that it's much simpler? Oh, by the way, get my merch at superdacob.com. Subscribe to my channel and thumb up this video if you're liking it. Let's get to the gossip. Merch is down below, but you can also get it directly at www.superdacob.com. It's much simpler. And then I thought to myself, of course it's simple. The horny male mind is really simple. Really simple. Like, men that are horny are pathetically simple in their way of thinking, but conniving. And so here's what the lovely lady shared with us. So she said, well, these guys would come in with the ring on their finger and they would buy a perfume. And then they would say, wrap it up nicely, do a little, Christmas thing, do the, wrap it up gift. They do that. And then the guy says, now I want the same perfume again. Wrap it up in a different package. Why? Because these sneaky little fellas, they don't want to come home to their wives smelling of their mistress. They want the mistress to wear the same perfume that the wife is wearing so that the wife cannot smell the other woman on him. They would go so far as to purchase the same makeup, particularly lipstick, same color of lipstick. Now, it's really difficult because what if the wife doesn't like that shade of red and the mistress likes another shade of red? Like, it's a little bit more tricky with the lipstick on the collar or on the neck. And you're like, well, hold on a minute. Who gives you? Like, it was you, honey. You kissed me this morning. It's your lipstick color. We've all seen Nicole Kidman as Lucille Ball and how she figured out that Desi was cheating on her because it was a different lipstick. Spoiler alert for the movie. But very, very fascinating. Yeah, cheaters, tricks, and tips. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's diabolical. So the same. Now, I thought to myself, second thought I had once I found out this information, I was like, well, it would not work with me because I have 1,000 perfumes. I love my perfumes. I'm looking around me right now in the fashion market. I was like, so many perfumes. So it would be like, no matter how I come home smelling, I always smell different anyway. But this is particular, and this is a good reason for all you cheaters out there. Start expanding your perfumes and stop thinking in terms of male perfume, female perfume. Perfumes know no gender. And if you love a perfume that's marketed to women and you wear it as a man, as a straight, cisgender, whatever man, and your girlfriend/wife knows that you wear all sorts of perfumes, then there's not going to be any more questions about whether or not you're coming home smelling of a different smell. But women are not that simply fooled. There's one thing is the perfume that you're carrying from the other woman back home or from the other man back home. But then there's a whole other level of hormonal smelling. Certain parts of the body smell differently on different people, okay? So if you got a certain breath on you when you come home, honey, I will know. I will know you've been eating fish somewhere else in another restaurant. Let's just put it that way. But back to less ew moment. We go further, and the lady also spilled the tea on which perfume from Chanel is the most sold when it comes to the mistress. Now I want you to guess. What do you think? What is the perfume that they buy the most for their mistresses, hence also their wives? But now, let me just say it's not Chanel No. 5, because the lady allegedly divulged and said when they buy Chanel No. 5, and this is kind of sad, again, another cliche, they usually buy it for their moms, for their mothers. It's like, a more mature type of choice of perfume, which I think is so wrong. Chanel No. 5 smells so modern. Oh, here. Snow globe moment with Chanel No. 5. And it, right, Chanel, you smell amazing. Chanel's like, yeah, I do. So Chanel No. 5 is not the one. Oh, interesting. Chance Eau de Parfum, Coco Mademoiselle. Mademoiselle, yes, says Debbie. So, Are you ready for the reveal? Trina says Poison. Well, Poison is not Chanel, Trina. Poison is from Christian Dior. We're talking about Chanel here. Yes, Jesus, the first to guess, it's Coco Mademoiselle. Coco Mademoiselle is the mistress perfume. It's literally the perfume. You know what I mean? Interesting also to note that Chanel's ad campaigns of Coco Mademoiselle always portray, what's her name? I always call her the clone of Natalie Portman. The clone of Natalie Portman. What's her name? She's always like at some party. She's always the girl that is kind of like, wakes up in the morning after the party's over and she has to rush out the walk of shame. She's the one who's hiding. Keira Knightley. Thanks, Jesus. Yeah, Keira Knightley. The way Chanel portrays Coco Mademoiselle in the ad campaigns is always like she's the other girl. You know what I mean? So interesting. It almost feels like Chanel knows in their brand marketing that that's like the cheating perfume. The perfume for cheating husbands to put on their lovers is Coco Mademoiselle. And Gloria says, oh my God, I love that perfume. Legasp, I'm mistress material. Honey, you so are. And listen, there's also other TikTokers shared similar experiences with cheating customers and their habits. One TikToker says, we bartenders too have this happening. Sunday brunch with the wife and kids. Listen to this. Sunday brunch with the wife and kids. Lunch breaks and cocktail hour with the mistress. Somebody else says, I worked in high-end jewelry for years. Husbands did the same thing. It was always funny to see the mistresses come in after Christmas and exchange the gift for money. More power to the mistress. The mistress is like, okay, he got me this ring. I really don't want it. Can you just give me the money? Like, I'm bringing back the ring. Give me the money. Give me the money, honey. So somebody working in jewelry said that. And then somebody also who works at Volkswagen says in the 90s said, I had a few men cash purchase cars delivered with bows to apartment lots, never their house. Interesting. I mean, if anybody works in customer service, let me know down below. Like, have you experienced some of these like situations? Because, and then the lady who worked at Chanel says allegedly it was Coco Mademoiselle perfume. It was never number 5 because it was for the mom. And also it was never the Chance perfumes. It was always Coco Mademoiselle, she says. Nicole says, I put Mademoiselle on myself. Jesus says, at the same location? That's sad, LMAO. Let's sigh. All you cheaters out there, subscribe.